Okay, so this video may be a bit of a rambler video, just lots of talking about different things, and I don't think we need the light for this. Okay, so this is a bunch of supplies that I already have. We're going to be talking about backgrounds in your coloring pages. This is one of those things that fruit or onions or whatever comes in, okay? Don't throw it out, keep one. These are some handled textured sponges that I got from, I think, Tuesday morning, long time ago. A lot of this stuff, I don't know where I got it. These are, I believe, a recent purchase from the Home Depot. They were on a clearance, and I thought, ooh, I need those. Don't know. This, see the screen, little bitty mesh? I do not even remember where I got that. But anyway, I have it. I have lots of these brushes. This pack hasn't been opened. I have a lot that have been opened and used. Let's see. Here, this is like a rubber brush. I use it quite a bit. We're going to get into that. Water bottle. Keep some water on hand. A lucite thing from one of my cutting boards. I keep it out because it's what I use with my rubber stamps. A piece of plastic. Yeah, you're going to need one sometime if you use any of these kinds of distress pen. Let's see, what are they? These are distress crayon. And then there's also, let's see, my daughter told me what these are. Then these are gelatos, and these are gel crayons. We're going to get into that at some point. Bubble wrap. It makes an awesome texture. I'm telling you all this so you know what to start collecting if you're wanting to add backgrounds to your coloring pages. Never been used, but it's a stencil. And this is a sticky back stencil, so when you get ready to use it, you can put it down, peel it back up, and it just really works well. Ooh, and another piece of plastic. These are rubber stamps that I already had, and I keep them in these little files here, these little folders, pages, just to keep them nice. Okay, so I already had those. Oh, this is some of that ribbon that they use in homecoming mums. You can get it at, I believe, Hobby Lobby. Just keep some on hand. That's like a stencil, okay? Stencils. More stencils. Oh, more plastic. Ooh, a stencil. Stars. I already know what I'm going to use that for. Another stencil. Snowflakes. This you can see where I taped it off and used just the snowflake, but it's got a snowman's face. More snowflakes. You can tell that one's been well used. Stars. Going to need stuff like that. Or what about that for in the sky of a page? More stencils. Ooh, look at that one with the bee. This is a stencil. Can you see? They're just doilies. More stencils. Real doilies. Paper doilies, rather. Ooh, here's a pretty one. Another stencil. Stencils are just plastic that has been cut out. If you know of somebody with a Cricut or one of those cutting machines, this looks like paint splatters. Stencil. you can have them cut stencils for you too. Okay, if you know somebody with a cutting machine. Here's something that looks like wood grain and like little rocks. Can you see that? Some of these are harder to see than others. There you go. Okay, and I mean, that was 55 cents. Who knows how long ago or where from. Here's some more stencils. These are the peel and stick kind too. And after a while, they don't stick so well, but you can still use them like crazy. Here's some more that looks like paint splatter. Let's see. Nope, that didn't. Oh, there you go. Paint splatter and like the rings of a coffee cup or a fountain drink. Okay. This one is basket weave, like that. There you go. This is only a small portion of the stencils I own, y'all. But these are the kind that I think will lend themselves well to, oh, more paint splatters. There, if I get it just right. And I had somebody cut this one for me, I think. There we go. Chicken wire. How many pages do you do that have some chickens on it? That works well. This one I have used a lot. I love this stencil, and I'll be using it. Okay, here's the one with some butterflies, dragonfly, hummingbird. Here's just a piece of scrapbooking cardstock that has star cutouts. Okay, stuff like this makes great stencils. Now, some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, where am I going to put all that kind of stuff? You know what? Be selective in what you get. It'll be okay. Now, you can also not have to buy any of this and use stuff that's laying around. Okay, let me move this. Oh, and I just bought some new stuff too. There is and here's like a embossing plate that's wood grain. But you could literally put ink on that, smush it down, and have your wood grain. Okay, there's a place that's new to me called, is it TEMU? Anyway, it's just another place to order from. It's like AliExpress. And I wanted something, in fact, this just came in the mail yesterday. And they're just really cheap things. Again, plastic. I saw this, and it's like a jar gripper. But do you see how that looks like a honeycomb? Use it as a stamp. These are some more of the little plates that I can put through my cutter and use to cut out things, and then use those as stencils. Here's one I bought. Looks like fish scales. This looks like just a wavy grassy pattern. Maybe something jungle. Here's one that's just an all over repeating border print. Wood grain. I know what I'm going to use that one for. Here's another one that can go through the machine and actually cut. Then I got all these stamps. Look at the fun little designs that I can use. And when you get stamps like this, they pull apart. So this one's in good plastic. Wow. Okay, so when you get stuff like this, the clear stencils, or the clear stamps, they come like this. You peel off one side. And then all of these are in different little pieces, okay? Like if I want to just do the circle, peel it off, put it on my clear plastic, and I've got a stamp. So that's what that is. I got some of butterflies, feathers, leaves. That one I got because it had the dragonfly in it. And these were all like $1 something each. Again, they were from that cheap site. That fish, I already know where I'm using that. Butterflies, more leaves of different sizes. And this is just hanging light bulbs. And I thought, oh, that might be fun. So anyway, I have gone through Magical Jungle books. And all of these stickies are pages that have room to add a background so that you're not coloring so much. Now, I want to show you specific. Nope. All right, bear with me. We're looking for the one that already has clouds done on it, because there's a couple that I've done, and that's what I'm going to actually show you today, is doing the clouds. Nope. And it's, oh, there's one. Okay. See the clouds up here? That's what I'm going to actually show you today. Very simple. And the thing I try to do is when I'm doing, here's another one with clouds. So I'm going to take that out. That'll remind me I've shown you that. Take it out of this book. Whenever I do something in a book like the clouds, I try not to do the same background twice, but I will do it in different books. So I was going to do clouds in one of these for you today. Which one had I decided? Must be this one with the car. So actually, I don't want to do clouds on that because I have something else that will work good with that. Yeah, just kind of looking to see where I could put some clouds. And also, let me say while we're flipping through the book here, don't just think that, actually I'm going to do something else. Don't think that your page is going to be okay. So what I mean by that, and I'm going to grab some paper, is test it out. Not all scrapbooking pages are the same thickness. So here's just some cardstock. So in other words, if you're using watercolor, make sure it's not going through to the other side if your book has a picture on the other side. If you're working with inks, you're probably going to be okay, but double check on paper. There is, in most of your books, in the back, there's going to be an extra page for trying things out. Or, now see, I don't see one in this one. That's where I would go to the front and just use, like in here somewhere, to experiment to see what goes through and what doesn't. Okay, so what we're going to start with are some clouds. I'm going to take a piece of paper and a pair of scissors, and this is going to just show you how quick and easy some of these backgrounds can be. I've got this, that's a circle, so that'll work. And let's just start with it. And grab a pencil. And I'm just going to grab this pencil because I am making my pattern. So I'm going to do some circles at different heights. Now, you are seeing this upside down. I shouldn't do that. I should do it upright for y'all. And I'm going to go darker so that y'all can see this. Okay, So just do them at different heights. And you're also going to want to do different sizes. And I will probably keep this one when I'm finished, just because it never hurts to have a stencil of clouds. Otherwise, I'm remaking it every time. Okay. Here's a glass that was in the window, but I'm going to use the edge on it. Let's see. Okay, so that you can see what I'm doing. See right there, I'm connecting the two circles by just putting a circle up in there, okay? And then I'm going to do one down here. And there are my clouds. Now you're like, wait a minute, that really doesn't look much like clouds. It's okay though. Take your scissors, and I have scissors that are specific for paper, and you're going to cut this out. Does it have to be perfect? No. See how it's inside the line? That's okay. Main thing is turn your paper, not your scissors. Keep your scissors straight and try to cut. Don't be cutting like, let me see if I can show you. See how I'm like making big scissors strokes? I'm not doing this. That will not give you as smooth of a line necessarily as cutting all at one time. See, all at one time for each section. Now, when you're doing clouds, you can use chalks. You can use, and see, you can do the clouds this side or this side. I am going to go with this side for my clouds. The color, let me show you in one of the books where we already did it. Like I said, these are going to be real life, y'all. Real life. Not either one of those. Where were the clouds? Maybe I shouldn't have started with clouds. Maybe I should have planned all this out more. I don't know. I just thought I would go for it. You know what I mean? So many times people are like, how do you decide this? How do you decide that? A lot of times it is just going for it. There's not always a specific plan to my madness. That's right, I took the page out because I'd already shown you. So, clouds, where are you? There. So see, and these circles are bigger. So you can do bigger, you can do smaller, whatever you would like. Those are done with pencil. Okay? So, I am going to do, we're going to pretend this is my coloring page. We are going to take a pencil. Now, you're going to pretend that this is blue. I know, it's purple. Pretend, okay? What I do when I do my clouds this way, how easy is that? And then you want to fade it out as you come up on the page. And now you might need some light. Let's get this bad boy up. There we go. So as you come up, you're getting lighter so that it fades out. You can also just go like that. You don't have to be super neat. They're clouds. Okay? So imagine doing that all the way across. There's your clouds. Okay, and see, that's why I didn't want the light on. So there's your clouds. Okay, so you would go all the way across. Another thing you can use, what about these distress inks or whatever? These are the, why can I never remember what they're called? That is so bad. Okay, like I said, y'all, real life, real life. These are gelatos. Gelatos can be used wet or dry. Piece of plastic. Put the gelato out. I'm going to grab another color. And then, let's see, what other color would be good? What do y'all think? I'm looking to see, because I don't have a whole lot of colors in this. If I had like a white, I would use it. Let's just do the two blues for now. Okay, then you're going to grab a tissue. Or a paper towel. Yes, I actually have a roll of paper towels on the wall in my room here. And I'm going to pick that color up. I'm going to put my stencil down. And I'm just going to come off the edge. I'm going to pick up some more. Come off the edge. How easy is that? Right? So much easier than the pencil. You can cut any shape and do this. Water bottle. Clean off my plastic so I can use it again. This is a crafter's mat. They're going to run about $20 at the craft store. Wait for a coupon, wait for a sale. What else can we do? We can take this. I can grab out my chalk pastels. And we can use them. I can also do watercolor. Okay. My first chalk pastels were these. They were like $4.99. Got them way back in the day. You'll take your chalk pastels, and I have already taken a bunch of my pastels and shaved them down and put them in little containers. But let me show you what you can do. You can take your pastels. I'm going to turn this a little bit sideways just to make it easier to get to. I'm going to rub. I'm going ahead and picking up two blues. Let's go over here and pick up a little bit of whatever this is. It's dirty, but I don't care. Okay. Pastels are very messy. After you use your pastels, you are definitely going to want to spray seal your page. Look at there. Okay? Easy, easy. What else can we use on here? We can use our watercolors. All right. You've seen me use ink tints a little bit in the past. So ink tints is a watercolor that can be used in pencil or in, I'm trying to get them down without dropping everything that's up there. Like I said, I have a lot of supplies. Ink tints. They can be used wet or dry or many different ways. So what I'm going to do this time, same pattern, I am going to take a blue draw it on here. Okay, that's going to be one way. Then I'm going to get a brush. This is called an angle brush. Okay, so I just drew it. There it is. I just drew it on there, just traced it. Now, because this is a crafter's mat, I can put my water straight on there, right here. Just come along. And pull that up. Not as neat, not as easy. Okay. The other thing you can do with the same pencils, you can actually take, see how I'm wetting the end? Can you see what I'm doing? Now that paint color is on my brush, putting my stencil down, and I'm just going to rub over the edge. Again, I've gotten my paper wet, so I've got to make sure, but see how much easier that is? I've got to make sure that in the end, my paper and the pictures can withstand the wetness. Now, out of all of these that we just did, which one do I think is probably going to be the easiest? Okay, probably the gelatos, where we just rubbed it on. Now, you can use gelatos where you get them wet. Where did my plastic go? There's one. So you can do that and then get them wet. See there? And use it like a watercolor. Okay? Just brush it on. But as you can see, it's not fading out as nicely. You have to really work at it, but it'll get there. So what I would say, if you can afford to get one, do your gelatos, because that was the one where we put it on here, then picked up the color, we put it on, picked up the color, this time I used my fingers, and then we just pulled it across. And we don't have to spray it afterwards. The only problem with gelatos, if they get wet later, they can smear. Okay? So, this is kind of like our backstory to get us started on how to use some of the different materials. And then I'm going to rinse my brush, because you never want to leave your brush with paint in it. You'd rather buy stencils and supplies like that and not have to buy replacement brushes. So take care of your supplies. But anyway, this is just like a Tools 101 and how to do clouds. If you have the time, your colored pencil is probably going to be the easiest as far as not being out money and not having to, and here's just another pencil, not being out extra money, not having to seal it and stuff like that. And you can put it on however you want. See, this time I've got the pencil slightly laying on its side. The reason we're looking at all this is to see what are our options on a coloring book page instead of doing that whole background. So do stay tuned. I'm going to be a little bit more organized next time. I'm actually going to do a page or two in the book. I'm going to grab out some inks that I have. I like stays on because once you put it on, it stays on. And then I'm probably going to use some rubber stamps and just different things. Here's another stamper I have. It's a different kind of rubber stamp if I can get it open. And it rolls, so if you want to border on something, see that border? It's a self-inking. So, but anyway, yeah, I will be back in a few days and we'll talk more then. Okay, bye.